Man, this is crazy. We're not moving a whole bunch. We're actually, with how I'm idling in the current, we're sort of sitting fairly stationary, but uh, it's working out perfect. Like these whales, they're just zigzagging and crisscrossing. They're up and down all over me, or all over the place here right now. It's not even really a point in moving. I seem to have drifted right into the middle of the action here, so this is perfect. Seeing about 3 little calves around me right now. They're all kind of in different areas. Uh, this could be the first time for some of them that they've got to see a big feed like this. Like we were talking with the fetal folds, some of them are only could only be a few days old. They'll be nursing, but I mean, this might be the first time they've actually been in a feeding frenzy like this. There's not much that could make this morning any better. This is pretty well as good as it gets, I think. I hope all you guys at home are enjoying this as much as I am. Uh, we had a good start out to the morning. We were seeing lots of whales, and then now we've got to kind of be a part of 2 different feeding frenzies, so this is an unreal morning out here in the estuary. See, the terns are still diving and they're still coming up with fish, so I don't know, but I mean, I could be wrong. I just can't imagine there's many more places in the world where there's an opportunity to see this many whales of any kind congregating in one area. Like I mean, there's hundreds of whales around us right now. This is wild. It's such a unique place here in Churchill. Even not just because of the whales, but just everything else it has to offer. Between the polar bears, and we were talking actually, you can come and see 3 of the 8 species of bears all in one spot. You can come check out a grizzly if you're lucky, see some black bears, and then of course see the polar bears. The beluga whales are phenomenal. I mean, just come to visit the town and the people. It's such a unique spot. There's a lot of people that come up in the spring. A lot of migratory birds show up, and it's supposed to be just amazing. I wasn't here early enough to witness it all, but apparently a lot of people come for that reason. The northern lights. I mean, the list goes on and on. This is such a special place, and if you do ever get the chance, definitely make the journey up here. There's going to be a lot of full bellies here this morning. We got that seal, that harbor seal, taking a peek again. Sometimes they can be a little skittish. They're not always as curious as the whales are. Usually when they kind of get a glimpse of us, they're diving and likely heading the opposite direction. But I think given the feeding frenzy we're having right now, they're kind of allowing us to get a little bit closer. Like this guy's probably 50 feet or so away and just took a dive now. 4 adults behind us here right now. This is just unreal. There's not, I don't know, there's not much else the guy could say. Wow. Is anybody's fingers getting tired out there from clicking so many photos? Looks like we've been getting lots coming in. Chunk missing on that dorsal ridge. So you got a few, oh, we're getting some belly rolls. See their pectoral fins coming up out of the water. I could hear them. Oh, we're getting an up close shot here, it looks like. So I guess probably a good time. I should have mentioned it again before, but the Beluga Bits program. You guys are on the ball today, snapping lots of snapshots. Stefan's gonna be very pumped once I fire off all this information over his way. Today was such a unreal day, or it is an unreal day. I mean, we're still in the middle of it here, so this will be a lot of very valuable data for him. Wow. so crazy being able to hear them. Just above the water. This is unreal. I'd say it's worth getting out of bed for in the morning. This made my day. So it's kind of early in the season here, and this being my first year, I can't imagine this is a common occurrence. I mean, I think we're pretty lucky right now. I guess I'll have to, next time I chat with Hayley, I'll ask her, but yeah, I just can't see, like, this is nuts. We've seen some of the feeding frenzies. They're too far for us to get out to. This one's just right here. Well, this is the second one, I guess. But we haven't seen anything even remotely close to this. Like I said, it's early in the season, so maybe every couple of weeks might get to witness something like this. But I don't know, kinda doubt it. It's just is too nuts. There, got my first spray in the face for the day. Oh, and my second. I'll have to start carrying swabs around with me, and I can swab my face and then give it to the researchers who are working with beluga boogers. I could probably give them lots of samples through this summer. Oh, we got someone hogging the camera, the underwater camera here right now. See if I can get the camera over far enough you can see what's happening to the left of me right now. There's a whole bunch of whales. You can see a couple of the boats still. They're kind of north of us, and they got to be able to see this from there. These whales, they stick out like a sore thumb when you're looking to the horizon, and they're, like I said, there's just hundreds of them breaching right now. I don't, I'm not sure why they haven't zipped on over, but I mean, I guess that's fine by me. We're having a good time over here. Just wonder if these whales are going to be napping for the rest of the day now that they've chowed down all morning and stuffed their faces. They'll just be bobbing around and sleeping all day. Holy smokes. Okay, yeah, the camera's right where I'm looking. Ooh, getting sprayed by stinky beluga breath. If I'm hearing them up here, I can only imagine what you guys are experiencing on the underwater cam. Oh man, I heard that one loud and clear. Almost echoed through the Zodiac. Man, I thought things were petering out a little bit, but that just doesn't seem to be the case right now. It's almost picking back up again. So getting sprayed in the face and getting all wet, you kind of naturally just think to lick your lips. And I've been trying to resist that urge for obvious reasons. I'm sure I'm not the first one to get sprayed in the face like that, so I can't imagine it's that big of a deal. You guys haven't checked the forum here yet. Holy crap. Haven't checked it for a few minutes and we got 62 comments and photos here. Wow. Holy. I can feel it like vibrating in the boat. Yeah, everything about today has been mind-blowing. I could hear him so good. I think we got a calf coming maybe. Might get it on cam. Wow, I'm just sitting here just listening. It's so crazy. Holy smokes. This is insane. I've heard them in the other days that we've been out here, but nothing like today. Their vocalizations are just echoing through the boat, through the Zodiac. We're just in the middle of another huge group of belugas right now. So yeah, the tide's going to be kind of heading back out now. So it's same sort of thing. We're just almost just sitting still. I'm idling here and the motor's going, but seems like we're almost matching the flow of the water, and it's working out great because we're just having a steady flow of whales cruising through here right now, and they're all coming by to say hi. And yeah, no, I've been seeing it's a couple seals that I'm seeing now too, which makes total sense if there's a bunch of grub here. I wonder if that plane flying over, they got to be able to see the whales too. I'd imagine this many of them, and they're flying fairly close to the water. Getting some more close-up action here. Like, I know sound travels a lot better underwater, so I'm guessing, I don't know, if like, wow. Oh, you guys had to heard that. Made some kind of squawking noise just above the water there. I'm sure they're just calling everybody in. It just seems like there's just an endless amount of whales coming in right now. This is insane. I kind of knew we'd be getting up, you know, close to the whales and stuff, but even knowing that, it just, I don't know, it doesn't, you can't really prepare yourself for sitting a couple feet away from not just one beluga, but a whole pile of them. And it's so neat that we're able now to, like we talked about before, interact with anybody that's willing to tune in or wants to tune in from around the world. Like, this is all live. It's so crazy that we could all share this experience together. I mean, without this rig, without this boat and all the cameras hooked up to it, you know, maybe there'd be a tour boat, like, which in this case right now there isn't any. This would just go unseen. That's wild. Like, but we got this boat, these cameras, and we get to share something like this, something so nuts with the world. It's really cool. Yeah, I probably didn't need to take a shower this morning. I'm taking care of that right now. Phone's getting a good blast. So something that I've mentioned before, I just think it's so cool, is you can see the whales under the water, and it's just something that stands out when you see it, and that's them turning and moving their heads to look around. That just looks so odd, right? I mean, compared to any other type of whale, their head's in a fixed position. And these guys, they've got the 7 vertebrae in their neck. They're not fused like they are with other types of whales, so that allows them movement. If you know anybody that's maybe had back problems or issues and required surgery, sometimes what they do is they'll fuse your discs together, your back together, and what that does is it ends up limiting your range of motion. So the same thing for other species of whale, they're unable to turn and move their necks, but that's not the case with the belugas. So those photos you guys are taking where you can see them looking at the camera, like those are some of my favorite. It just looks so neat. Wasn't sure what I was going to do today after I got off the boat, but I think I can say there's going to be a couple hours of just going through all these photos that you guys are taking right now. This is wicked. Wow, that one's got some major scar on its back there. If possible, definitely want to get a photo of that guy or gal. Hard to say unless we get a belly shot. I think here it is right here. Might have a good photo opportunity now. Man, we're just seeing such a mix of them today. And up so close and personal. And you know, like thinking about it now, just where those other boats are sitting, if these whales are all just coming through like they are, they could be having a similar experience right now with where they're just kind of sitting still and observing the whales as they kind of cruise by. Because that's pretty much exactly what we're doing right now. And I keep checking the clock. I mean, the time is flying by right now. And I could just sit out here all day and do this. Not wanting it to end, but unfortunately I do have to keep an eye on the time. We still have some time left, so we'll just enjoy it as much as we can. See if I can contribute here and get some photos of some scars. I can see a few with oh, that was a good one. That one had a large scar in its dorsal ridge. Oh. Man, Stefan would be having a heyday out here. And Meg. I mean, she loves these whales as well. But Stefan had his camera out and he was snapping photos before and he got some excellent ones, but right now would be just perfect time to be, you'd have hundreds of them by the time we were done. Probably thousands. Mike 58 was just asking about the whales in the area. So this is this group of whales is part of the western, northern, southern population. There's 3 estuaries up along the side of the Hudson Bay. This is the Churchill River, an estuary. There's also the Seal River and the Nelson River. The Nelson River's got the largest concentration of the belugas, but beluga whales, they do tend to come back to the same estuary each year for the most part. They do check out some others, I'm told, ones that they've been able to tag and track. But as far as I know, for the most part, they do continue to come back to the same place each summer. As the summer progresses and we get more towards the fall, that's when they'll be leaving and then migrating back up north into Hudson Bay. I'm sorry, we got so many photos and stuff coming in. I can't believe how loud these vocals are. It's insane. I'm just getting all of a sudden these barely even sounds like it's under the water when they're doing it. They must be excited about something.